President Donald Trump nominate Neil Gorsuch to the Supreme Court. You put out a tweet saying that he is an opponent of women's rights.
Yes.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? Well, first of all, let me say how happy I am to be here this evening. I thought we'd be talking about how we go into the future. President Trump found out about our town hall meeting and thought he would upstage us.
We're not only going to be talking about the Supreme Court, but
no,
it just happened.
I know, but what I do want to say about this is that elections have ramifications, and here is a living, breathing example of it. The president, in his first appointment to the court, and hopefully his only appointment to the court, has appointed someone who has come down on the side of corporate America versus class action suits on securities fraud. He's come down against employees' rights, clean air, clean water, food safety, safety in medicine, and the rest. If you care about that for your children, he's not your guy. Gabby Giffords' group, the Group for Responsible Solutions relating to gun safety, said that he comes down on the side of felons over gun safety. Hostile to women's reproductive rights, Hobby Lobby case, for example. The list goes on and on. Criticize progressives for bringing cases that relate to LGBT progress, taking those cases to the courts. What saddens me the most as a mom and a grandmother, though, is his hostility toward children in school, children with autism. He has ruled that they don't have the same rights under the IDEA, the children, that they could reach their intellectual and social advancement under the law. He has said that doesn't apply to them. He's come down against them under the ADA as well, and again under IDEA. So it's a very hostile appointment. Hail fellow, well met, lovely family, I'm sure. But as far as your family is concerned, and all of if you breathe air, drink water, eat food, take medicine, or in any other way interact with the courts, this is a very bad decision, well outside the mainstream of American legal thought. We had this ban, B-A-N, ban, B-A-N, on people coming from Syria into the country, largely Muslim, and the prohibition on other people coming in as well. They don't want to call it a ban, even though they called it a ban, and they said the press called it a ban because the press reported on them calling it a ban. But that's what this is. And if you detect some impatience in my voice, it's because your family is suffering because our president is reckless, and his administration is incompetent. How they did this, how and why they did this is because they're grand illusionists. Anytime they have a problem with something, they create another problem. They see the immigration problem looming, and so they decide they're going to, on an earlier schedule, appoint a justice of the Supreme Court. It's always to change the subject. It's a decoy, 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 decoy. I was very proud because scores of my members were at the airports all weekend, and some of them are there still now because this ban has not been rescinded. And it is, we follow the lead of our spiritual leaders when the Pope talks about it is unchristian to turn away refugees. When some of our cardinals say it is un-American to not accept strangers, as the Bible says, strangers, into our country in need, in need. The Statue of Liberty, as we all said, is in tears because of what they have done. So this, again, comes back to Abraham Lincoln, who probably has tears in his eyes as well. This is about public sentiment. And some of the polling looks like, oh, I think what the president's doing is right, because they really don't understand. The president has made us less safe with what he has done.
In 2010, one of the illegals slaughtered my son.
I'm so sorry.
He tortured him, he beat him, he tied him up like an animal, and he set him on fire. And I am not a one-story mother. This happens every day because there are no laws enforced at the border. We have to start giving American families first.
Again, I commend you for sharing your story. I can't even imagine the pain. No, I can't even imagine. There's nothing, I'm sure, that can compare to the grief that you have And so I pray for you. I pray for you. And again, we all pray that none of us has to experience what you've experienced. So thank you for channeling your energy to help prevent something like that from happening. But I do want to say to you that in our sanctuary cities, our people are not disobeying the law. These are law-abiding citizens. It enables them to be there without being reported to ICE in case of another crime that they might bear witness to. The point is that you do not turn law enforcement officers into immigration officers. That is really what the point is in a sanctuary city. So it's not a question of giving sanctuary to someone who has, is guilty of a crime. They should be deported.